My first devlog came out and I wasn't sure what to expect. Then a lot of you showed up. Discord blew up with feedback and ideas. People telling me what they wanted to see, what's working, what isn't. Genuinely, I did not see that response coming. So, I've been building. Let me show you what's new. If you're new here, BitQuest is a top-down 2D permadeath MMO that I'm building solo. One life, no saves. When you die, you lose your character, your gear, your camp, everything. The world keeps going without you. The point isn't to win. The point is to explore, learn, and remember, your character dies, but your soul carries forward. Every life you live through, you learn more about the world. Its layout, its secrets, what's hiding where. Your character resets, but you don't. The next run, you know things you didn't before. It might not seem like it, but this update has a lot packed in it. A full magic system with spells, spellbooks, and pages you bind together yourself. Mesas you can actually walk up and behind. Campfires you upgrade in place, and rare plants you have to hunt for at the right time of day. Here is how it all came together. Let's start with the visual one. Mesas. The world used to be totally flat. Now there's real elevation. You walk up a ramp onto the top of a mesa, and when you walk behind part of it, the player sprite gets correctly hidden by the cliff face. Getting that sorting right took me longer than I'd like to admit. Top-down 2D doesn't really know what in front of or behind means by default, but to me the payoff is worth it. You can ambush, peek around corners, spy on a camp before you walk in. Honestly, the world felt boring to me for a long time. Flat, samey, just an empty grid. And I'm still working on it, but this is a part of it. I grew up on Pokemon Blue, Red, and later Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Yeah, I know, weird pick. But there's a feeling in those games that I can't really put into words. You walk around a cliff and find a hidden item, or climb up to a ledge and see something you might have missed. The world felt so vast and had layers, even though it was tiny. BitQuest is supposed to feel like that. Retro, not modern. SNES energy with a modern twist. I love the fact that you can crouch behind trees and cliffs and peek out at someone walking by like a little gremlin. The idea of ambushing other camps or just being able to hide in general made me super excited. Mesas are also where caves will live. Coming soon. Dark interiors with ore in the walls, rare materials, things you can't get anywhere else. It's also where most of you are going to die. Sorry in advance. Okay, this is the big one. I built the whole magic system, not just spells, but everything around them. How you find them, how you cast them, how they connect to the rest of the game. I always knew I wanted magic in BitQuest. The question was how to do it, because BitQuest doesn't have classes. You don't pick a warrior or a mage at character creation. You spawn in, you survive, and over time you discover who you are based on how you play. If you start drifting towards paths that lean on magic, that's the direction your character grows in. Theoretically anyways. The idea is you can commit to one path or maybe two, and the deeper you go, the stronger you get in those areas. So magic shouldn't just be unlock the spell tab, here's your skill tree. It had to feel like something you stumble into and choose. And that's the vibe I'm sort of going for with all classes in BitQuest. I want it to feel organic. But back to spells. So here's how it works. You don't just find spell books with spells already in them, you find spell pages scattered through the world, in dungeons, in chests, on dead players, and in many places that I haven't even decided yet, and you bind those pages into your own spellbook. Currently, there are 4 spells in the game. Firebolt. You throw a fireball. Things catch fire.
Fireball. Oh, fire. Oh, yeah. Wait, that's money. Oh, sorry.
Frostbolt. Same idea, but with ice, and it slows enemies. Mend. Heals you or someone nearby. And Blink. Blink is like a short-range teleport. I added Blink because every time I played an MMO without one, I wished I had it. Casting currently works through a radial spell wheel. You hold the spacebar, the wheel pops up, and you move the mouse to select which spell you want to cast. I know, groundbreaking stuff. Truly never been done before. You're welcome. This one took me a while to get right. Earlier versions had you scroll through spells one at a time, and it just felt clunky and it killed the flow of combat. So I had to throw away a couple full attempts before I chose the radial spell wheel in all of its glory. Honestly, that's most of solo developing. You start building something and it sucks, so you throw it out and you try again with something new. And sometimes you spend weeks inventing something that's been in every game since 2005. Spellbooks come in tiers. A basic spellbook holds 2 pages, higher tier books hold more. The really good ones are buried deep in dungeons. Wait, but hold on, look at this book. I mean, look at it. Look at the little book. It's pretty good. The good ones are very deep in dungeons and you won't find them early. In BitQuest, I want rare items to actually be rare. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of balancing, but this is a good start. Down the line, certain pages are going to need to be appraised before you can use them. And some of them will be tied to paths. You'll need to be on the right path to even read certain pages. So say you're on an ember path, then more rare ember pages will open up to your character. And if you're not, that page is just a piece of paper you cannot decipher. Magic is earned through what your character becomes. And eventually all of this will tie into the path system. You'll be able to bond with a path, like a thorn path or a shade path. That changes how magic works for you specifically. And that's a long ways away, but this is sort of where it's heading. The idea of me creating classes just feels wrong. I want things to feel natural and organic as you evolve into your character. And so far, paths is the arbitrary name that I've come up with to hopefully eventually get me there with BitQuest. Quick aside, because I think this matters, everything I just showed you, the spells, the pages, spell wheel, none of it lives in a vacuum. It all had to work in multiplayer first. BitQuest is an MMO, and that means I'm not building a game where one player runs around the world. I'm building a game where everyone is in the same world on the same server at the same time, and when it comes to game dev, that changes a lot. Every single thing in the game has to be server authoritative, which basically means that the server is the source of truth. The clients only show you what's happening. You can't just decide on your machine that you cast a firebolt and deal damage. You ask the server, and the server validates it. Then the server tells everyone else what happened. Otherwise, the first person who figures out how to edit their game files just wins. Cheating dies in the design of a game, not after the fact. Take notes, big studios. Jokes aside, I didn't know any of this when I started. I learned it the hard way. There were entire weeks where I didn't add a single feature. I just rewrote how something already worked so it would survive being on a network with strangers. That's the part you usually won't see in devlogs, the invisible work, but this is why I'm doing it. This moment right here, that doesn't happen if I take shortcuts, so I had to take the long way. Campfires got a full rework, and this one I'm actually really proud of. Some of my favorite memories from games are sitting around a fire with someone, Dark Souls bonfires, Don't Starve at Night, the camp scenes in Red Dead. I wanted BitQuest to have that. Fire isn't a menu, it's a place. So you don't open a crafting screen to make your first campfire. You drop sticks and flint on the ground next to each other and hold E to build it right there in the world. The fire builds up in front of you. Once you've got a fire going, you can upgrade it in place. Same fire, just more things and more features. If you add stones around it, that's tier 2, which unlocks basic crafting. Add a cooking pot, tier 3. Unlocks meals and elixir brewing. Coming up will be shelters and other modules that you can add in range of your camp to unlock different things like resting, workbenches, racks, things that can expand what you do in the game. Also, don't think I have to mention this, but fire also burns out, so you must feed it wood or it dies. And the social side of campfires are how caravans form. The idea is that you and another player sit at a stone ring together and you can invite them to join your caravan. The fire is like the handshake of BitQuest. I love the idea of forming a group around a campfire. Last big system was Elixirs, and this one is really about something specific I miss from older games. Modern games tell you what everything does. You hover over it, the tooltip explains it. I hate that. I want BitQuest to have that thing where you find something weird in the world and have to figure out what it is. That's where rare plants come in. Yarrow is the common one. You collect yarrow constantly if you want to brew health potions. Then there's the rare stuff, which, like I was saying, I don't want to give away too much about them. And certain things in my devlogs will be like this in the future, mainly because I love the mystery of BitQuest, and I think little details should be filled in through gameplay. To keep things short, since this is an early devlog, some of the more rare herbs are moon petals, ghost shrooms, and ember shrooms. You brew your elixirs at camp, and each elixir has its own special ability that affects you in-game. When you drink an elixir, there's a held bottle visual near your hand that tilts up and jiggles for a second. These little details are the things that matter to me most in BitQuest. A drink isn't a stat change, it's a moment. Your character's actually drinking the thing. And in multiplayer, this is super handy because it lets you know if an enemy is healing up or if someone's approaching nearby with a lit torch. Also, coming soon to a BitQuest near you, Holding things. Are you tired of your sad little pixel arms doing nothing but walking around? I present Holding Things, using the power of your mind. Want to hold a potion? There it floats around you forever. You're holding it. Books? No problem. Holding Things allows you to hold things in BitQuest without holding things. Not a problem with good old holding. In all seriousness, the holding system is something I was really excited about because I was wondering how I was going to do it in game with all the layering and stuff that I've already done for the clothing system as well as the pouch and backpack system. Holding things was something that always gave me a headache. But one day I figured it out and I simplified it and I think it looks great. I'm not coping. Well, for the most part, that's it. That's the update. BitQuest is getting bigger every single day that I work on it, and I'm getting less sleep along with it. Honestly, some days I feel like I'm building this slower than it grows, but I'm still here. And if you're still watching, you're a part of why. I genuinely cannot express all the appreciation from all the love that I've got from you guys on YouTube and in the Discord channel. This community is already starting to shape up to be something amazing, and it's just really cool to be in a group of people that enjoy the same things I do. So I cannot wait to give you guys another video. If you want to see this thing finished, the best way to help is through Ko-Fi. I have 3 tiers: a Wanderer, Caravan, and Pathfinder. Each tier gets its own Discord role, behind the scenes peeks, and a real say in the game. Pathfinders can even get their name or a small message hidden in the game world for everyone to discover. So if you want to sign up to be a Pathfinder, check out the Ko-Fi link and get your username in the world. The Steam page is live and just got a little update. Wishlists are huge for indie developers, so if you've made it this far in the video, please wishlist BitQuest. It actually helps a lot, more than you think. Discord link is also below. Come hang out and tell me what you want to see next. I read every message. It's just me. Thank you guys and see you in the next one.